The late TWOMAD, love him or hate him, he has done at least one thing in his lifetime that most people would agree made the internet a better place. This video is all of the 3-part series of how TWOMAD defeated and tamed the once fearsome and toxic fanbase of K-pop and BTS that used to inhibit the internet. Now sit back and relax. This is going to be time well spent.
So it's come to my attention that this hater of BTS thinks he can throw hands against BTS. You know what we do to people who diss BTS?
On the internet, there's a single unwritten rule. Don't fuck with K-pop fans. K-pop is a word that's like Voldemort in Harry Potter's Sorcerer's Stone. You just don't say it. You're not allowed to say it. Even if it's something positive, it's fucking forbidden, and you will get absolutely virtually bitch slapped.
We begin our story in Korea. Not that Korea. The other one. In terms of nations, South Korea is seen as one of those Cinderella stories as how a nation transformed overnight. They went from a poverty comparable to India in the 50s, to the 12th largest economy on the planet. You probably rely on some South Korean product today. But behind all this shining success, lies deep dark secrets behind this facade. South Korea has the #1 suicide rate, and the lowest birth rate, compared to other developed nations. Senior economists in South Korea warn that the country could implode in 2 generations' time. If you look deep enough behind people's happy faces, you'll notice something is wrong.
Have you had your joy, Ollie?
People in town are getting a tad bit skinny. I think they're starving to death. And they're painting the streets in fucking rainbows. Have you not noticed?
Oh, Ollie.
Why are you all wearing those ridiculous new masks?
You should get one. They shape your face into a smile, and when you smile, you can't help being happy.
We have to tell people. They need to know the truth.
No!
People are depressed, and you can't really show it here. Looking at your surroundings, you soon realize, every subway station in the neighborhood has the same outlet stores, the same chains, the same family restaurants. Life here is black and white. There's big socioeconomic problems here, but we're not here to talk about the South Korea socioeconomics. We're interested in one aspect in particular of these socioeconomics.
The year was 2013 in South Korea. K-pop had already swept the land in what was capitalism's newest hit of bringing back slavery under disguise. Kids as young as 13 were given away in what were slavery-like contracts. All for the chance of maybe being selected by their label overloads so that they can make them more money. All they get in return is a shot at fame, and just maybe some of that revenue that they would be bringing to the label if successful. What you would give up in return is everything. The label would get complete control of your life. What and how much you eat. What you wear. Your look. What you will do every hour of the day every day. And before you even had a chance at such life, you had to win some sort of Squid Game battle royal to even have the chance of being rejected. K-pop is all about perfectionism. In that all the label cares about is making you the perfect money-generating product, regardless of the many hours of abuse that they'll put you through for several years, the dozen plastic surgeries, and working you till you collapse. It didn't matter, their bank account wasn't gonna increase itself by itself.
In the company's training program, trainees go by schedules starting as early as 4 a.m. and ending as late as midnight. Extremely unhealthy dieting is highly encouraged, with companies wanting their 13 to 16 years old female trainees to weigh the same weight of a maximum of 104 pounds, regardless of height. Constant mental and physical abuse is the norm for these teenagers, which has pushed some to commit suicide. It's very normal for trainees to pass out due to exhaustion, and to starve themselves. They also have no say in any creative aspect of their music or performances. Every little detail and idea comes from the corporate overlords. To the label, these kids are seen as possessions, not people.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money!
พี่กาเท่ตอนนะโมตะโพแรงเล่นมงชู
Kim Namjoon, also known as RM, seen here in rare footage before he had undergone his 69 plastic surgeries. No, seriously. This dude used to be this. No joke. Anyway, this dude was an underground rapper gaining steam in South Korea. He was the start of it all, as the South Korean company Big Hit Entertainment had scouted him and wanted to build a boy group around him. Bangtan Boys, also known as BTS, started forming in 2010 by Big Hit Entertainment. These new recruits who became trainees were around the ages of 14 to 15 at the time. They didn't debut until 2013. At first, none of their songs were able to create any sort of hype or clout. The company was almost going under and was running out of funds. At the time, it was unusual for K-pop boy groups to be heavily under makeup, and it was sort of a taboo topic to speak about mental health problems and the struggles of being K-pop idols. But BTS wanted to stand out and brand themselves as being different. At this point, things were looking really bad for the group. Management was about to disband the group and release them. Things were going very sour between them. In what was a last-ditch attempt, they release an album with the most generic song names that you can imagine, and one of them, called I Need You, was a hit and launches the album sales. And yes, you heard that right, K-pop almost never happened. If it weren't for you idiot humans. Success was achieved, although there was accusations that these album sales at the time were artificially pumped. Something that wouldn't be unusual in South Korea. Then months go by and everyone just forgets about it. They had already started to gain clout and fame from this point. Fast forward and they would dominate the South Korea pop scene. Then they went on to expand into surrounding countries with the one exception. Best Korea. Now at this point, K-pop as a whole was gaining steam around the world, and along with it the phenomenon of K-pop stans started to emerge.
Now it's 7 o'clock. A fatal shooting overnight in Koreatown.
Y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband.
Stop. Before we can talk about the K-pop stans, we need to go back a little.
Oh, hey, I'm just about to go to bed. I know we couldn't Skype tonight, but that's alright. Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hola, senor. We are gringos who wish to spend mucho dinero in your country.
Splendid. Welcome to Canada.
Go!
Canada, America's smarter cousin, right across the Pacific Ocean from South Korea. In the frozen nightmare of Winnipeg, here lived a family of African immigrants that had a kid called Muudia Sadiq, known today as TWOMAD. Sometime in middle school, TWOMAD started uploading game highlights from various games he played. As time passed, he started gaining steam and internet clout, until he became a full-time YouTuber and streamer. As of 2019, TWOMAD uploaded fewer stream highlights and more commentary and skit videos. As of 2020 and going forward, he had reached his peak TWOMAD form. For those of you who don't know TWOMAD, I know what you are thinking. What does peak TWOMAD look like and who is this guy? Well,
to many of us, until a few months ago, the word Zoom meant an ice lolly.
Please take that off there.
But as more people logged on, its security and privacy flaws were exposed. In a trend that became known as Zoom bombing, some people began disrupting online school classes as a prank to share on YouTube, like TWOMAD.
Yes, it was. Don't nod your don't do that with your head. No, you did.
Who are you?
What do you mean, who am I?
I don't think there is a realistic way where they could do anything about it. It's just, you know, free open season for me.
Who is this right here? Who is this guy right here?
That's me.
Who is that?
That's the answer.
Who are you?
My name is Joe Mama. Dance. You want to see my dance? All right, it goes like this.
Hold on.
Thank you for spotlighting my video. Guys, here's my dance, all right? It's called the floss. All right, guys, if you want to do this dance, all right, you got to do this for your yoga. Do this every morning and you'll fucking live 50 years. My name is Show Mama. Hey Google, play Despacito. I am President of the United States.
Let me be clear. Nigga, you are quite deaf.
Est-ce que ça s'efface? Ça s'efface.
They're all laughing. How do they know?
Sorry, there's a massive cock in the stream. I'm not sure who's.
Hello, Shauna?
It's me, Shauna! Shoshana! How are you?
Yeah.
Look at her mom in the fucking middle, man.
You don't look to be Shauna.
What are you trying to say? Just say it. If you have something to say, then just say it.
That you're not Shauna?
That I'm black? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, that is not what I'm saying.
That's what you're trying to say, yes.
Brett, did you have a question?
Yeah, let me get one hot dog with everything on it. Extra relish.
9 minutes long. You do not have to watch the
Mr. Green.
Watch the video earlier this week.
Can you please kick this kid out?
Read it and do the activity. It should probably take you about 5 to 10 minutes.
My name is
And then at the end, you're going to watch our...
No! You're looking fine today, teacher!
What?
Wait, I have a question. Yeah. 2 by 4 by the 3, the ESPN by the Xbox 360 by the 1 to 3, and the logical by the 5, the isocohedron, the isosceles, and the diameter by the 3 by 4.
Sorry, teacher, my bad. That was my schizophrenia acting up. I forgot my question. Continue, please.
Okay.
Spider-Car!
You get the idea. Zoom is where peak TWOMAD shined. But he wasn't just a Zoom troll. Once quarantine was over, TWOMAD took to the streets.
Nói với tiền cút với tiền Ô xa tiền lên một cái gạt phô để tôi bên một người ô xa
Please.
I'm sorry?
Treadmill. Let's go. Do you sell an animal too?
Yeah.
Are they for eating?
No.
They use a stun phase, release the contract. Release the fucking contract. If only you could see, they use a stun, he disconnected.
By this point TWOMAD was a certified troll, and it seemed he had no bounds. And this is where the problem started. But first.
Tonight, Ollie London, an influencer and pop superstar, born a boy and British, but who via multiple plastic surgery procedures has transitioned into becoming a Korean female. Quite a journey. Plus, Ollie has got a new single out. It's called Hooked on Look. Let's have a listen.
It's like an addiction. I need money back.
What the fuck?
True, very devoted fans out here. In fact, we just had rain come through, but that is not dampening the spirits of over 300 fans of the Korean pop group BTS who are here hoping to get as close as possible to the 7 young boys.
To say no to everybody.
Stand up, man.
Yeah, everybody is doing this.
You're gonna get arrested if you do not stop.
I'm already gonna get arrested.
You're gonna get arrested if you don't stand up and get off the aircraft.
Probably already gonna get.
They're gonna deplane. As soon as they deplane, you're going to jail, okay? If you do not get up.
K-pop. K-pop is basically Korea and Korea is K-pop. So like, why would I not love Korea?
Fans of the Korean pop group BTS are lining up at Citi Field.
FYI, Kim Tae-young from BTS is my husband. So, and when he sees me, he's gonna go fall for me because I'm the Korean beauty standards. And obviously, why would he not love me?
while psychologists and biologists are still debating on whether or not they are human. The growth of K-pop worldwide has brought with it the rise of the K-pop stan phenomenon. What is a K-pop stan, you ask?
Right now we are outside of Staples Center and the BTS Army, they are waking up this morning. No more of those sleeping bags and tents. They are alive.
Smooth, right, buddy, like criminal undercover, going to trouble, breaking into your house.
While psychologists and biologists are still debating on whether or not they are human. The growth of K-pop worldwide has brought with it the rise of the K-pop stan phenomena. What is a K-pop stan, you ask? Imagine a psychopathic stalker who's obsessed with K-pop and you have your average K-pop stan. While you'd think that the K-pop idols would be the farthest from harm from the K-pop stans, it's actually quite the opposite. These creatures are so vile that their evils reach the K-pop idols that these stans are obsessed with the most.
Here in example A, a K-pop idol is attacked live on stage.
And you'd think that this is just some unusual event. You'd be wrong, that's your average Tuesday in K-pop world. Here the dude just walked into stage and tried to kidnap a K-pop idol in broad daylight. You'd think that this is unusual, wrong again. This is just Wednesday in K-pop world. Notice how they all continue the show as if there isn't a kidnapping attempt happening in broad daylight. Then there's the good old stalking. They will chase you to the ends of the earth. And in case you were unlucky enough to let yourself get caught that day, in this exhibit, this poor dude broke down in tears and was crying for help on the floor. But the K-pop stans did not seem to care. You might start to think that this is maybe just a Korean thing, and only within the Korean fans. Wrong again.
Hi, it's me, Josh. Today is the 17th December 2021.
This guy, known as Stalker Joshua, traveled all the way from Europe, leaving everything behind to spend the better part of the last 3 years stalking the same K-pop idol. It started with him boarding the same flight as her, so that she'd have nowhere to run from him. And it then reached the point of him threatening to kill her if she dared to date anyone other than him. What's more insane is that Stalker Josh was filming all of his stalking endeavors and posting weekly video updates to share with his fellow stans.
Down there is a studio where they told me that Twice sometimes comes there for a photo shooting, and I gave them a note. Guys, please help me to make sure that Lion watches this video.
This was happening for the past 3 years. I repeat, this was happening for the past 3 years. It's still ongoing. And none of this is exclusive to the male stans either. I could spend a whole series of videos on this. But in the interest of not disturbing you any further, we'll move on.
Kim Tae-young from BTS is my husband, and obviously why would he not love me?
A sub-branch of the K-pop stans is the Korea Boo.
I wish I was Asian. I wish I was cool. I wish I had Asian friends at the Asian pool. I wish Asian food. My Asian dad. We will go to the mall with our Asian fads.
A Korea Boo is someone who denounced their own race and calls themselves Korean, genuinely believes that they're Korean or wishes they were Korean. They may also think that they will someday marry their favorite idol. Basically the equivalent of the weeaboo, but more extreme. How extreme, you ask?
And I hope people can respect my decision. It's a very tough decision to come out this way, but I am coming out as non-binary. I don't feel I identify as male or female, I just feel like I'm just in the middle. And my pronouns are they, them, Korean, Jimin, because I know a lot of people don't understand me, but I do identify as Korean, and I do look Korean now. I do feel Korean. I don't identify as British, so please don't refer to me, any media or anyone online, as British, because I identify as Korean. That's just my culture, that's my home country, that's exactly how I look now. And I also identify as Jimin, that's my Korean name.
A prime example is this specimen. He was so obsessed with his favorite idol that he had undergone several dozen plastic surgeries attempting to look like him. Then he proclaimed that his race is Korean. You heard that right. This specimen genuinely thinks that he is now of the Korean race.
What was the most interesting part of either Korean culture or the language?
I think the Korean people are so just so incredible.
Okay, wow.
I'm happy. If you look at the pictures of me and Jimin, we're identical.
No, you're not.
When I was in Korea, everyone calls me Jimin. When I'm walking down the street, everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's Jimin, Jimin."
You are lying to me right now. Maybe you're lying to yourself. Either tell me the truth or shut up.
Complete anarchy and havoc were achieved. The K-pop stands seemed unstoppable. And once they were done with the real world, they went to everyone's favorite social media platform, Twitter.
Did I just hear someone use a microaggression?
Things were getting really bad on the internet, and just when it looked like it couldn't get worse, odds are you have been exposed to the fan cams at least once in your lifetime. They were everywhere, taking over every post, every reply section, every trend. There was nowhere to run from the fan cams. Things looked really bad. People were getting desperate. They started to look for any glimpse of hope. Will someone help us, they said. The internet refuses to give up. It's fighting back. Several YouTubers stepped to the challenge. Many have fallen. Then 3 notable names joined the fight. First, it was some ordinary gamers. He tries giving them an IT support diagnosis, but nothing happens. Then it was Ethan from H3H3, but at this point he was already out of relevance, lazy, and unfunny. But maybe one final glory for old time's sake.
I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't like K-pop. I hate K-pop. I don't get BTS.
K-pop?
They look like they're just a bunch of... How did this become a thing in Western culture where all these grown men and little girls are jerking off to little K-pop boys? It's like a little fetish. It's like a little twink gay fetish about these K-pop boys.
Mission failed.
He was down so bad he turned into what he used to make fun of back in the day.
Now, we talked about this guy, Gideon, who, he got into this whole spat with Pokimane. What happened with him? It was like, oh yeah, he got banned for being like a total chauvinist dick.
Mm-hmm.
And then who the fuck goes to Best Buy without a shirt?
Catch you later, Andrew. Hey.
Good. What are you?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
He's just trying to be a good employee, and y'all had to fuck with him like that. So that's Gideon. I think kind of a douche, kind of a dick.
It's not funny.
But is this the dumbest and most embarrassing thing we've ever done?
All that remained was Keemstar. Could it be? The cockroach of YouTube. He survived all of YouTube's bans. He can survive a nuclear blast. Surely he can survive the stands. Could he be the hero we were all waiting for? Were we wrong about him? Was he the hero all along? People started to wonder, filled with wishful thinking. Credit is due where it's due. Keemstar stepped up to the challenge, and stepped up big, as if it was his purpose in life. Keemstar declared war and launched a full invasion. Keemstar gathers all of his arsenal, all of his troops. This is a full-out war. He launches his invasion on multiple fronts. The main was his Twitter account, backed by his YouTube and collabs with other YouTubers. Multiple skirmishes were taking place. The stands were on high alert. Multiple hits but no critical injuries so far. Keemstar knew he was short on time. He had to figure out a way to land a critical blow, and possibly a major win. The stands launched their counter in full force. The Twitter front started to get overrun. This was bad. He figured his only chance was to try and gain popular support of the mainstream on his side. But they were closing in on him from the Twitter front. He had to try and outmaneuver them from a different front. Desperate times called for desperate measures.
Request fire!
Keemstar drops a diss track on the YouTube front. As you would expect, it was complete cringe. And it didn't affect the stands much. But it did its intended purpose.
貴様の拳などかほどにも効かんわい。お前はもう死んでいる。何？もうは匠でギゼブ。
While the K-pop stands got distracted on the YouTube front, Keemstar seemed to have outmaneuvered them on the Twitter front and came on top. It was outstanding. Incredible. A major victory.
Today is Victory Day.
But when people started to look further, something seemed off.
俺だけの時間だぜ。ぶっ殺してやる。無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄。時は動き出す。
It turned out the hashtag was actually overrun by K-pop stans. Complete failure. It was a bloodbath. Keemstar refused to surrender, and never signed a peace, but it was as good as over. What seemed to be the last hope is now gone. Despair was taking over the people.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Naturally, what followed was a civil war among the K-pop stans. Fighting over leadership, each wanted to have their favorite idol to be on top. All failed but one, the BTS stans. They declared themselves the official BTS army. The band BTS approved and gave them a coat of arms. They then had an audit at the United Nations, and declared themselves sovereign. It was dark times.
Did y'all see the new game theory that Matt Pat posted? Apparently Luigi was
ほう、向かってくるのか。逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか。
Now, this just in, police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, were asking people to be on the lookout for a man. And I think, yeah, I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description. Okay, this is the guy they wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got a nose and some hair that goes like that, and he was wearing a hat at the time of this particular crime. He's got kind of a chin that comes down to almost a point.
Bro.
Bro, tienes el micrófono prendido. What the fuck? Le salió re mal la broma. No lo conocemos, ¿verdad? Tienes Carlos.
Quick recap. TWOMAD, who was living in Canada at the time, was popping. He had certified himself as a master troll, was so effective online he had invented a whole YouTube prank genre of Zoom bombing. He caused Zoom stock to crash, schools were changing the way they conducted online classes, and Zoom had to change the way you got into online meetings. Then quarantine was over and he took to the streets. And you know how that went. After that he proceeded to troll other YouTubers.
What are you using right now?
I got 2080 Ti i9.
What? Shut up. Do you really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
But it's like beepity boopity. It doesn't work.
You have got to be kidding me.
I have it, but it don't worky.
Why are we building a computer for someone who already has a top-of-the-line computer? You could have just brought it here. I could have fixed it.
Oh, really?
Of course.
Hey, this is funny anyways.
Oh my God. Did you know about this?
I did not know about this.
TWOMAD was on a roll, and he seemed to be unstoppable. But around the same time, something big was happening. Something that no one imagined would grow this big, this bad. It was a massacre. What seemed to be the last hope is now gone. Shock, denial, disbelief, desperation. People watched all those who dared resist the tyrannical takeover of K-pop fall one by one. By this point people had lost all hope. Many started to bend the knee, or accept reality and avoid any form of contact with the K-pop stans. And things just kept getting worse.
On the internet, there's a single unwritten rule. Don't fuck with K-pop fans. It's a cannibalized society. They eat each other. They genuinely fucking eat each other. When you even make a tweet with K-pop in the title, you are getting shit. No matter what you've said, you are getting a shower of shit. Literal diarrhea. Because they just are immediately defensive and think anything with K-pop in it is an attack on them. That's their favorite pastime. For some reason, that's owning the non-believers, really pwning the...
我明白，现在我看起来不好，但是不是真的，这化妆品，化妆品不好，说不是真的，所以里面，因为明天。
While historians still debate on how the K-pop stans got on TWOMAD's radar the first time, they all agree on which event made him make a move.
Developing right now, a search for a killer in South Florida after an up-and-coming rapper is shot dead. 20-year-old XXXTentacion killed in an apparent robbery. Police say the artist, whose real name is Jose Onfroy, was leaving a Broward County motorcycle shop yesterday when he was shot by two men who ran up to his car. He was rushed to a hospital but did not make it. Onfroy's death comes just weeks after he earned his first #1 album, which debuted March 31st.
Rapper XXXTentacion was shot dead in an apparent robbery, at tragic event. But as you'd expect, the K-pop stans did not respect everyone grieving. Sitting in his dim-lighted room, watching what has succumbed to the internet and the world, TWOMAD came to the conclusion that everyone else was thinking. They must be stopped.
Gotham, this is your only warning. Abandon this city, or I will unleash your greatest fears. Tonight, Gotham falls. A city of fear rises.
City's overrun. We don't stand a chance. What are you doing?
Evening the odds.
TWOMAD jumps in and drops the tweet.
K-pop Twitter idiots, you stands, you dumb fucks, you Jim and Jungkook retards, you fucking 사랑해, you type the dumbest shit, you think you're so brave, dude, go to the fucking McDonald's and ask for more ketchup packets, you fucking loser.
NANI?!
The K-pop stans came swinging in full force, but TWOMAD was like nothing they ever faced before.
You act very much rap card.
I set out to bait as many K-pop stan Jimin retards on Twitter as possible. It only took me one meme, one post, to get multiple death threats and N-words, okay?
Shocked by getting hit back, the K-pop stans immediately escalate to death threats and N-words. But it had no effect. This time it was different. TWOMAD did not go for a direct fight in their turf. This was a guerrilla warfare. TWOMAD was carefully baiting them. The hunter was now becoming the hunted. The news had spread out like wildfire. The resistance lives on. And with TWOMAD's battle victory, people joined the fight.
Imagine falling in love with a person named Jungkook.
Imagine falling in love with a person who doesn't know you exist.
As a Korean K-pop fan, saw some of the weirdest people I have met.
To be honest, Fury seemed like a better community than K-pop stans.
K-pop stans are the reason we don't have flying cars yet.
These people are praising these K-pop bands for whatever the fuck.
Oh my god, dude, they're touching tips. That's crazy.
You should have just sat there and ate your food. Instead of worrying about BTS fans, worry about developing a better personality and finally getting.
Instead of obsessing over BTS, worry about developing a personality.
I was just minding my own business when I came across this gem. How can one person hold that much hate inside their body? It is not good for your health.
Thank you, TWOMAD.
This bait is of excellent quality.
They thought they were coming in for the swoop, attempted to surround TWOMAD, only to find themselves ambushed and overrun. They had to retreat. Many started deleting tweets and locking accounts. It was a beautiful moment for humanity. Small ambushes of K-pop stans and small victories continued to add up as the stans continue to fall and retreat. Now with very important strategic victories secured, TWOMAD shifted his sights towards the big boss, the BTS army.
And so, Mnet Asian Music Awards Worldwide Icon of the Year is, obviously, BTS!
Today, I will expose the truth about BTS.
TWOMAD sets the bait for the BTS army, and they jump right into it. The BTS stans were furious.
Wow, that is amazing. Imagine if like 35%, what percentage do you think of those people on those walls aren't even BTS members? Just random like... Remember the time when Jungkook crashed his car into some taxi or some shit? Literally silicon. My dude, you're looking like a wax sculpture. I'm gonna put your ass in a museum. Why has he got the key from Halo 2 attached to his earlobes?
They declare war on TWOMAD immediately. Wanted dead or alive, the hunt for TWOMAD began.
I'm about to die.
Reply with the worst KPOP posts you can find, please.
Jungkook technically bought that car with our money. So the accident is our fault. He didn't cause the accident.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now. This is cancer.
Look what's trending.
Hashtag K-pop stans are over party.
You didn't realize it's a hashtag just so we can spread the K-pop fan cams.
Glad this hashtag is coming back, so people can't stand Mr. Swag Boss.
I'm so proud of this community. I ran out of ideas, so I'm going to pretend to be the manager of BTS for a video puppet.
This is the manager of BTS.
This tweet has been deleted.
TWOMAD update. Jungkook is holding me hostage in my own house and I can't understand his demands in Korean. Oh fuck, he sees me on my phone, no shit, it's absence.
Alexa, show me BTS members.
BTS, boy band. Members, Chief Keef.
This tweet is from a suspended account.
If TWOMAD would boosting the BTS, he wouldn't have been banned. If
TWOMAD V2. This is my second Twitter account.
The BTS army started its invasion on the Twitter front. The fierce fighting continued for months. They kept attempting to surround TWOMAD while he kept evading their attacks and countering with ambushes. They were at a standstill on the Twitter front. Now the BTS army took its offensive to a new extreme. They launched their attacks IRL.
So look, it says, listen, I know where you live, and your card was leaked. This is during my IRL stream, okay? So I showed my credit card in my stream because I'm retarded. And I got it. Just know that I will find you and kill you! He said it, boys. He said he's gonna kill me, so confirmed it's a death threat. Crazy. Go stupid, go crazy. Kill you, but you won't know it, so you're fat ass, so say you... After it says goodbyes, but I guess it's cut off. So he says he's gonna kill me, and I won't know it. And he says he has my card too. He says he knows where I live. God damn it. God damn it. What the fucking heck?
TWOMAD receives an email with a detailed death threat from someone claiming they have his address and credit card. Naturally, TWOMAD was concerned.
The fools have fell for it. This one is what we call a sacrificial lamb.
I sent him an email back, and it's a screenshot of me on the FBI tips. It's an FBI tip where I say that I'm gonna fucking call the cops on this nigga. All right, so I did. I sent an FBI tip, and so then he responds with this. He says, "Nigga, I don't even live in America or wherever you live. I can't kill you because I'm too stupid to do so. Also, I'm 13." So I was like, no, bro. They forward tips to local agencies. You'll end up getting visited by your local. So I'm trying to scare this kid. If you send me a video apology saying you're sincere sorry for sending me a death threat, otherwise it'll continue. And then after a few days later, he responds and said, "Okay, video might be bad," and he sent me the video.
I'm also a subscriber and fan of TWOMAD.
It turned out it was just some 13 years old. After TWOMAD showed him the FBI tip he made, the kid panicked and started begging TWOMAD to let it go. TWOMAD asked for a video apology to make an example out of him, to which he obliged. This was a failed attempt for the stans. Next there was an attempt to steal TWOMAD's bike. TWOMAD's roommates caught wind of something going on at the gate, so they rushed to the front gate. Then the agent takes just the helmet instead and walks away before they were out. This was another overall failed attempt, although it was unknown if this individual is a member of the stans. The question now is whether or not the BTS stans actually managed to get TWOMAD's address.
I was just very confused because it's never happened to me before. I've never been. The bike is safe for now, but if he comes back, I'm gonna shoot him with a BB gun.
TWOMAD was safe as long as his address wasn't actually doxed.
I kinda like this version more.
What the fuck? Oh my god, call the police, guys! There's somebody throwing shit at my house! What the fuck? They have like a gun or something! They're shooting at my window, dude! Oh shit, oh my god! Yo, get the... Yo, this is... Oh my god! Yo, get it! I'm calling the cops! Run! Fuck out of here! Run!
Some people jumped the fence, got into TWOMAD's house and started shooting things at him.
They're in my house, like they came in, they jumped the fence. It's fucked. Called the brothers.
There was no question about it now. They pinpointed him, and now they will be coming for him. It seemed like they finally got him, and they were readying to finish him. Being surrounded up north, TWOMAD makes the crossing south of the border to the USA. He now relocated to California.
Wow, just got a letter from FBI with court order from teacher because Zoom raids.
At first it seemed like TWOMAD's move to the US was greeted by the FBI, but then it turned out he was just memeing and causing a distraction.
Just kidding.
Everyone other than the stands was relieved.
Konnichiwa, and welcome to the United States. As you're waiting in line, this video will let you know what to expect and what is required to pass through U.S. Customs.
Okay, today we're going to try to discuss the 5 guns that everybody should own.
TWOMAD is now settled in the USA. His new headquarters is set. He stocked up on real guns this time, so no more trying to locate his address and attacking him at home for the stands. And now it's time for the counteroffensive.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Things were now looking bad for the stands, having failed this many times in taking down TWOMAD. They recognize that drastic changes to their war strategy are needed. They gather around, reinforce, squeeze whatever brain cells they have, then start plotting a new war strategy.
Is math related to science?
Math is the language of the universe. Yeah, so that's why math is so fundamental.
Right.
And it's kind of mysterious because we invented math out of our head, yet it applies across the universe and across time.
Right.
So it's completely amazing.
Amazing.
That this thing that came out of our head even works.
Guys, listen up. Here's the plan. Army. This local account with more than 200,000 followers have been posting really disgusting tweets about coronavirus, including Jimin and BTS in their tweets. Please let's all mass report them because this cannot be accepted. Do not interact. Just report. Do not interact. Just report.
Reply from TWOMAD or own extra. 2@TWOMAD. Be ready to fight the horde.
This time it was for real, kind of. TWOMAD receives a legit court summon from the stands suing him.
Please update me on how much is the fine and jail time.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do.
As you'd expect, the lawsuit goes nowhere. This was the start of a turning point in the war, as the stands have started to figure out that they can't just keep walking into TWOMAD's traps time after time. They tried multiple different strategies. So far mass reporting his tweet followed by a lawsuit have failed.
Hello, this is to inform you that user at TWOMAD on Twitter is engaging in targeted harassment towards BTS and Jimin following recent coronavirus outbreak. They have been tweeting rumors regarding the disease and the members, hence participating in the ongoing wave of racism that followed the outbreak of this disease. Some screenshots of the questionable posts have been attached below. I would kindly request you to take action against this account since it violates the ethical rules of Twitter.
Dear K-pop people, let's tackle all this. First of all, I didn't know that a K-pop star committed suicide. Had no idea. I don't pay attention to K-pop music people. I didn't even know.
Business is important.
This band brings in around $3.6 billion a year to South Korea's economy. That's the equivalent of like 26 mid-sized companies combined. This one band has led to billions of dollars in the sales of cosmetic, clothes, food, and tourism. 7% of tourists who go to South Korea say that they go because of BTS.
Months of negotiations, several offers rejected, several re-offers, hours of labor work, hours of math calculations, every negotiation tactic in the book, months of back and forth. the world's fanciest business degrees at work, lawyers involved. The accounting departments were working extra overtime to make sure the projected profit margins are correct. Until finally.
We can have finally reached a partnership agreement that we deem acceptable. This means we can increase our profit margin by 5.6% for this quarter. My bonus is gonna be extra big this year.
Well, Korean pop group BTS has teamed up with McDonald's to offer a limited edition Chicken McNugget meal deal.
McDonald's and the label for BTS reach a big partnership deal. It would be a shame if someone did something bad that could affect their anticipated profit margins.
Let's roll this bitch in! Hey! We come in peace!
Fuck do you mean T-Lounge wasn't as successful because of some black teenager?
Another lawsuit comes in, this time from the label of BTS. This lawsuit also seems to have gone nowhere. What was once thought of as untouchable, the stans watched themselves get decimated one battle after the other. Over the course of close to 2 years, the power centers have now changed as they watched themselves getting encircled as more people joined the fight. They were losing front after front. What was once the most feared, most toxic fan base was starting to become the laughing stock of the internet as they were becoming more powerless the more L's they took. And around this time more notable names started to join the Allies in the guerrilla war against the stans. The stans were watching almost powerless as the Allies were closing in on them and the stans kept losing territories.
I can't even breathe right now. I can't even move.
And kind of go in here at the bottom.
My job here is done. But you didn't do anything.
Kim Jong-un of North Korea joins the war on K-pop, executes 7 people, then just vanishes back into obscurity. The war that lasted over 2 years, the stakes were high, tension was high, dozens of plans being considered. Given that the stans were surrounded, it was now time for the final assault, invading the BTS stans at their headquarters, the LA BTS concert.
Can someone Photoshop this photo into a BTS member, preferably V, like this image of John Cena?
BTS? Ah, shit! Big Dylan! Who's your favorite member? Mine's Xi Jinping! Xi Jinping, our Lord and Savior!
The stans' headquarters invasion plan was set. TWOMAD is to disguise himself and then infiltrate the concert.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
We are popping shit on today. I'm about to steal one of these cones, bro. Yo, BTS! BTS! Let's go, Jimin! Let's go! Yo, BTS! Woo! Jimin, rank 1! Yeah, I love BTS, I love BTS. So my favorite member right here. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Grab this Sharpie for me. Favorite BTS member?
Are we doing like a poll?
Yeah, a little bit. What do you think?
I'm about to choose. Why is he there? Because he's BTS.
7:30, literally just start instantly. Hey, do you want to do a little survey? Hey, got a bunch of options here. Pick one. Who's your favorite? Jung. You gotta go for Jung Hasik though. You guys seen my dad? My father? You seen him? Help me out. You seen him? My father. Have you met him?
Oh, you get me?
Yo, help me find him. He's somewhere around here.
Oh,
you work here, right?
He's down there, Katie.
Will this work?
Hell nah. You gotta be clear, man. That's why everybody got a clear bag.
Are you selling these?
Oh yeah.
Where do you get one of those? Yeah, where do you find it? Dude, we're in. We're fucking in, bro. Holy that's a lot of people. Yeah, it's a million people. Have you seen my father? My father. He has BTitis. Help me out. Here, come over here.
The infiltration mission was a success, once thought of as being untouchable, and after 2 long years of war, the Stand's tyranny over the internet has diminished. They continue to exist today but only as a shadow of their former self. And, as of 4 weeks ago, the South Korean government drops the nail on the coffin for the Stands.
Now, members of the South Korean pop band BTS have announced they will fulfill their military service. Public opinion.
BTS members will each have to serve their Korean mandatory military service. That means they will be going away for a minimum of 2 years. That means the Stands will soon not have anything to stand for. And thus we've reached the end of the journey.